Come on. We're talking baseball free agency. We got Ohtani. We got Yamamoto. Juan Soto's officially a New York Yankee. Let's talk about it. Come on. I like this. This is dope. Come on. My name's Joe. I'm your host. Let's make this a good show. Let's make this a party, baby. Come on. Shohei about to make his decision. No one knows what's in his vision. Toronto, LA, New York City. Dude's about to make 550. Shohei is the goal of the century. No one knows his next destiny. Dave Roberts had to open his mouth, leaving Dodger fans in doubt. Yamamoto about to head to the Big Apple. Question is, what side of town's he gonna tackle? Mets got more money, Yankees got the brand. Who's he gonna choose? Yo, I think the Mets got the upper hand. Hell yeah, they do. Let's go, baby. They definitely do. Stevie and we trust. Steve, we trust. Come on. I like this. I don't even want to end this. This is nice. Yeah. Let's go. Clap it up. We got some huge free agency stuff going on, and nothing bigger than Shohei Ohtani and who is he going to choose. There's been so much going on about Shohei this past few days. There's been news that he is going to the Toronto Blue Jays and that he was on a flight heading to Toronto, and I think it was false. I don't know what happened, but supposedly there was a flight number. I don't know how they got this info. And then that he was headed to Toronto to make his big decision. And none of this is happening. Supposedly he's in California, in his home, chilling on the couch, relaxing while everybody's flipping out in a frenzy on Twitter. And we don't know what's going on. All right. Shohei is the GOAT. I don't care what nobody says. Shohei is the greatest player we've ever seen. Nobody can do what he's done, and nobody has done what he's done. He doesn't just hit. He doesn't just pitch. He does them both at a high level, and this is the biggest free agent sign that we've seen in a very long time, and I'm here for it, and I really want to know where he's going to go, and Shohei has been very private about everything that's going on, and I don't mind it, okay? I actually like that he's been private. It makes things very interesting. I feel like a lot of people feel very opposite. I don't care what people feel. I'm an opposite. I always have different opinions than everybody else. And I like it, but I would like it even more if there was a huge announcement, kind of like how LeBron James did it. If there was a huge announcement, Shohei's going to so-and-so, and just completely announcing it and out of the blue. I really hope it would be a team that nobody suspects. It would be crazy if the Mets get him out of nowhere. Okay, that would be insane. I would be going nuts. But off of that, a little bit about myself. My name is Joe. I'm your host, and I am a huge Mets fan. I've been a Mets fan my whole life since 1994, since my dad took me to my first Met game. And I'm a suffering Mets fan. Most of us are. We haven't seen anything. Anybody my age has not seen any championships, and it's hurtful. And I lived through 1999, making the playoffs and losing. 2000, I don't even want to talk about that. 2006, that one was the biggest heartbreak for me. I thought we were winning it all. We had the 83-win Cardinals, and then we had the Tigers. It would never be easier than 2006, and we blew that one. And I remember breaking my hand when Yadier Molina hit the home run. And then when Belton struck out, I just went to my bed and I cried. Yeah, I'm about to cry right now, just thinking about it. All right, off of that. Oof, damn, I can't even think about back then. It just hurts. I can't even think about that stuff. 2007, the collapse. We all know the collapse. Horrible. 2015. When I first got my first big boy job, when I became a physical education teacher. I remember I was in Washington, D.C. watching the Mets play, that big series that they swept the big series that they swept the Nationals to pretty much put them in the running to go off and win the division. And that was where I was when my principal at the time called and said that, if I'm looking for a job. And Mets went to the World Series that year. We lost. And that sucked. That really sucked. Just like everything else that happens as a Mets fan. We had the lead in every game, man. We had the lead in every single game. And we blew it. Okay? Due to throwing home, man. Murphy making errors, even though I can't really blame Murph because he's a big reason why we were there. But the fielding was horrible. Cespedes in game 1. What the hell was he doing? Put me in the outfield. What in the world was Cespedes doing out there? Only God can tell us. We don't know. We don't know what he was doing out there. 2016, I remember I was in San Francisco with my friends. We were watching the Mets play against the Giants. And we were like 5.5 games out on August 20th when we went to San Francisco. And I remember saying to my friend, I was saying that, I think the Mets are going to come back. I don't know. I had this strange feeling. We ended up coming back. We made the first place wild card. And then we lost to Bumgarner in that freaking game. Syndergaard pitched. And we gave up a home run to some Connor Gillespie, I think. I don't even know what that guy's name was. I don't even know who that was. And we gave a home run to him to lose the game. I think it was like the 8th inning. I don't even know, man. I try to erase some of these things from my head. Connor Gillespie, I think the guy's name was. And, trash, man. Trash. Like, how do we give a home run to these random dudes? And then, and it's funny because going back on that, when Yadier Molina hit the home run in 2006, I still remember. He comes up to the plate. I probably jinxed this, man. I'm sorry, Mets fans. He comes up to the plate. I saw his average. I saw his home runs. And his stats were not good at all because he was a rookie. And no one really knew who he was at that time because he was, young at the time. Obviously now we all know who Yadier Molina is. And I was like, yes, we're going to get this guy out. We're going to go to the 9th inning, and we're going to score, and we're going to, win the game on a walk-off. We're going to go to the World Series. And then he hits the home run. So it's always the unknown guys at the time, even though Connor Gillespie never really made, I think that was his name. I keep saying this. I hope that was his name. I never made a name for himself. Yadier Molina did. But that was that. Then fast forward to 2022, 101 wins, and we failed miserably in the wild card series. I was at Game 2 and Game 3. Game 2 was great. Game 3 was a complete shithole. It was horrible. It was just like, why were we there playing? Like, it looked like we weren't even trying. We didn't care. I remember in the beginning of the game, we were waving the towels. Let's go Mets. Yeah, let's go Mets. And then by the time the game started, the towels weren't being waved no more. And that's that. That's my life as a Met fan. So, going off of that, now that you know that I'm a big Met fan, okay, there's a player in free agency right now who is in Japan, and he's coming to the MLB. His name is Yoshinobu Yamamoto. And this man better be a New York Met. I'm looking right into the camera. Yoshinobu Yamamoto better be a New York Met. And I'm talking to you, my man, Steve Cohen. I've messaged Alex like 50 times on Instagram. I'm pretty sure one of the times I actually saw a scene on the bottom. She actually saw it. So I hope she saw it. I hope she actually read it. I don't really know if she did. She probably didn't, to be honest. But please get us Yoshinobu Yamamoto. We need this man so bad. Like, I can't even explain how bad we need this guy. Our pitching is not that good right now. Okay, we have Senga at the top of the order, and to have that 1-2 punch at the top with Senga and Yamamoto would be absolutely incredible, and we got to get it done. Please, 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 please. We got to get it done. If you're hearing me, let's do it. Now, if it has to do with him not wanting to come here, like let's say he wants to go to the Yankees because of the brand that they have, that's another thing. But if it comes to money, there's no reason the Mets should not get him. Put all the money down to get this dude because we need him, okay? He's a very, very young guy, and, it's not like we're getting somebody who's in his 30s, okay? He's going to be here for a long time, and it really matches well with Senga, who had a phenomenal year. So let's get it done. Let's do this, and let's make this guy a New York Met, and let's go into next year at least with a good 1-2. Because right now I'm not really excited for the team that we got. I'm always excited for the Mets. I'm always excited for baseball. It's my life. But I'm not really excited with the team that we got going into next year. So Yamamoto will help that a little bit. Still think we need some more bats. Not sure what we're going to get from McNeil. Not sure what we're going to get from the kids. I like Alvarez a lot. I like Mauricio's bat. Not sure how I feel about his fielding. Beatty's the one that I don't know what we're going to get from him. I don't know. He hits a lot of balls on the ground. He doesn't really lift it. And his fielding is a big, big question mark. Question mark with the dot. Big dot at the bottom. I don't know what that guy's going to do with the field because I don't like his glove at all. I'm going to be honest. I just don't like his glove. So that's that. But nothing's going to happen free agency until Shohei Ohtani signs. And it's going to happen soon. And now the number, we don't know what the number is going to be. The number could be extremely huge. Now, I'm guessing around 550, maybe close to 600, but it could push up above 600, close to 700 for Shohei Ohtani. Now, I don't think he's going to get that much because of the fact that he's not pitching after having second Tommy John. But if he was still pitching and he did not get that injury, this man would have got over 700 million. 100%. It's not even a question. So that's why it's unfortunate, and he's one of my favorite players, to be honest, that are not Mets. And, I was very upset when he got the injury because I want him to get that money, but he's not going to get over 700 million, I don't think, anymore. But it might push up close, depending on what the, whoever's going to get him decides to give him. But what teams also need to know with Shohei Ohtani is that getting him is like an investment. Because I'll tell you this right now. I went to Mets Angels last year, and it was wild. Like, it was crazy. Now, at the time, the Mets were already eliminated. It was August. But it was so crazy. Everybody was there for Shohei Ohtani. We were in Citi Field. This was not in Anaheim. We were in Citi Field. Everybody was there for Shohei Ohtani. And there was people with Shohei Ohtani shirts, just every time he came up, it was like a celebration, people going crazy. And I was like, wow, like it doesn't even feel like we're in Citi Field. It feels like we're here for people to watch Shohei Ohtani, not going to lie. That's a big reason why I bought tickets for Mets Angels, because I wanted to see Shohei Ohtani. So that's the type of guy that he is. He's going to draw crowds. He's going to get you jersey sales. So even if you pay a lot of money, you're going to get a lot of money by having him on your team, because he's going to get you, all this stuff, jersey sales, ticket sales, probably sell at every game, people coming from other states to come see him, because that's the type of guy that he is. He's that type of ball player. And again, like I told you, I think he's one of the greatest ball players we will ever see. Okay? The guy's incredible. And when he signs this deal, it's gonna be big. Now let's go on to the Yankees. The Yankees have they traded for. Okay? The signing comes later. The Yankees traded for Juan Soto. That is an awesome move. Juan Soto is one of the game's best hitters. Not the greatest fielder, but definitely one of the game's best hitters. And the excellent move by the Yankees. Had to be done. They didn't really give up much. They gave up a lot of people, but, I don't follow the Yankees farm system that much like that. But I know Michael King is great. Every time he came in last year, I felt like he was locked down. I heard this guy Thorpe is supposed to be really good too. So we'll see what happens with that. But this deal had to be made. The Yankees had to get him. However, Yankees now need to sign him next year. They have to sign Juan Soto next year. They just gave up all these people for him. So they got to sign him, right? Now, Shohei Ohtani is going to be a big decider on what Juan Soto is going to get next year, I feel like. Now, we don't know what Shohei's going to get, but let's say he gets close to like 600 million or 700 million, which I don't think he's gonna get that much, but probably like 600 million. That leaves Scott Boras thinking, wow, okay, now Ohtani is the greatest player in the game, but he's not pitching right now. He's gonna be getting all this money, that's gonna open the floodgates. And Scott Boras is gonna open his eyes and be like, all right, I'm gonna get this guy. I'm going to try to get Juan Soto, who's one of Scott Boras' most highest prized possessions, this amount of money. So the Yankees are going to have to pay that. That leads me to not believing that they are going to get Yamamoto. Like, I just don't understand how they are linked to Yamamoto right now. I was actually watching a Yankee podcast yesterday with my dad, and some Yankee fans like, oh, it's a lock. It's a lock. Yamamoto's a Yankee. Just put it down. He's a Yankee. It's 100%. Like, he's definitely a Yankee. How could they be so confident in that? Like, I'm kind of confident, I'm not going to lie, that he's going to be a Met. How could you be so confident that he's going to be a Yankee? What has showed you that Yamamoto is going to be a Yankee? Because, again, Yankees got money. We all know that. But what makes you think that they're going to outbid Steve? And you don't know what's in his head. Like, you actually talk to him. You don't know what's in his head that, he wants to go to the Yankees over the Mets and he doesn't care about the money. If it comes to money, there's no way the Yankees are beating Steve out for him. So I don't know what makes you so confident. Okay? There's no way you're going to have that much confidence that they're going to beat, they're going to beat the Mets out to get Yamamoto. So the Mets got to do everything in their power to get him. They have to really, really lay down the money. Just tell him, this is that, and do what they got to do to get him. Okay? I know Steve took him out to a very nice dinner. Probably got him drunk off a very, very expensive wine. My boy Steve, he knows how to handle things. I know what he's doing over there. The flight out to Japan, getting my boy Yamamoto drunk on the most expensive wine over there in Japan, at a nice French, I think it was like a steakhouse or something like that. My boy Steve knows what he's doing. He knows what he's doing, and this is why it just makes me think that there's no way we're not gonna get him. So we'll see what goes on with that, but let's strive for it, baby. Let's strive for it, and I'm very excited to see what goes on with that and what goes on with the Mets going forward. Now, like I said, I'm not too excited about our team next year as of now. That's why Yamamoto will make things a little bit better. At least we have, a very nice 1-2 at the top. But it's never been more, how do I put this? More like satisfying to be a Met fan than these days, okay? Because I really do believe in Steve, and I really think that he's going to lay it out to try to get what he needs to get, okay? So that's going to be it for today, guys. I hope you enjoyed, this first little episode. I wasn't going to go too long into today, just going to talk about some things that are going on. But I'm going to try to keep this up. Well, I am going to keep this up. Okay, I'm going to keep this up, because first of all, I love talking sports. It's one of my favorite things to do. I always talk sports with my friends. So I was thinking, why not just do a podcast? Come here, drink some beers, do a podcast, talk sports, maybe call in people, get some people on here. I know my brother's going to be coming here doing this with me, and just talk sports. And, it's fun. It's enjoyable. I love it. And maybe we'll get a few people listening as well, which would be cool too. So we're definitely going to keep this up. And, I'm actually a physical education teacher. I'm a phys ed teacher during the day. That's my job. I've been a phys ed teacher for the last 10 years. And I teach a bunch of kids in East Harlem. Great job. I love what I do. I actually coach the baseball team, the girls volleyball team. Currently, the girls basketball team used to be the boys basketball team, but I still show up for their things anyways. And sports is like my life. Love sports, and I wanted to do something that had to do with sports when I got older. And I always wanted to be on the radio. Like, I wanted to be like on something like I wanted to be on something like WFAM. That never happened. So I wanted to do something with sports. So I went to school to be a phys ed teacher. And I got through school, got my bachelor's degree, became a phys ed teacher, and then got my master's for health. And now I'm currently just teaching in East Harlem and doing my thing, trying to educate kids on different things around the world. Not gonna lie, I try to make all these kids Meth fans. Not, it could be a lot of heartbreak doing stuff like that, but it's satisfying for me to try to create Met fans in this world, I guess. I mean, I know a lot of people aren't going to like that if they're hearing this, but, I wouldn't say make Met fans, because if you're already a fan, you're already a fan, but the ones who are, like, not really fans yet, I just try to educate them on, the Mets, like, Lindor, you have Alonso, check them out, check out their stats, like, stuff like that. Not really just trying to, like, push it on them, but, like, trying to just show them. I took them to a Met game last year. They loved it, even though we lost. I took them to a Mets-Braves game. Spencer Strider pitched, and it was a lot of fun. The kids enjoyed it, and that's what I do during the day. But I was like, you know what? Maybe as a side gig, let me try to do a podcast, because I've always wanted to be on the radio. That was actually my first thing that I wanted to do when I was growing up. I was like, maybe we'll just do something like this. This is pretty cool. And I'm enjoying this so far. It's nice. So anyway, guys, have a wonderful weekend. Take care. Enjoy yourselves. Enjoy football Sunday. By the way, this podcast isn't only going to be baseball. We're going to be having other sports on here as well. We're going to be talking all sports, even though baseball is my first love. But I want to talk all sports on here because sports in general I just love, So enjoy football Sunday, okay? And we'll be talking soon. All right. Have a great one, guys.